Hello everybody, welcome back to my Pokemon review series. In this episode, I'm going over the Ditto. Now, Ditto's a very interesting Pokemon in the world of this metagame. It's got some interesting roles. Now, the Ditto, it's a normal type, pure normal type, as you can see here. It is an ingredient specialist, snoozing, as is typical for normal types. It's got the Charge Strength S skill, the variable version, which is stronger, so it can actually kind of make use of that 3.6% skill trigger rate, which is mid. It's not bad, it's not great, but it is bad because it's on a Pokemon that's got a 58-minute help time. 58-minute, 20-second speed. So, it's really slow, and that's the biggest thing holding it back. It's also got, for being that slow, it's got a shockingly low ingredient rate. This is lower than the Heracross, or than the Pinsir, which I just covered in the last video. But yet, it's got 18 more minutes between helps, so it's horrendously slow. And it's only got 17 inventory, which is also bad for an ingredient specialist. Fortunately, and it's got fixed 17 inventory because it's a single stage, so this is like one of the lowest inventories on an ingredient mon you'll find. Fortunately, with lower speed and like this won't fill as fast. Where the Ditto really shines is in its ingredient list. Now you'll notice something in the level 60 slot. It is unique in that it is the only Pokemon in the game, aside from Slowpoke. Well, it's the only ingredient specialist currently in the game that has Slowpoke tails in their ingredients list. Which is just very valuable. Because even though it's not good at producing ingredients, even though it has numbers like these, it's such a valuable resource that the Ditto's got value for the team. Now, when you come to its ingredient list, you really only notice the Slowpoke tails. Like, Slowpoke tails are really what you're looking for. If you have good ingredients, sub-skills in nature, and the Slowpoke tails are there, it doesn't really matter what the other two are. Realistically, I personally prefer the oil with it rather than the leaks because of two reasons. One, the oil just has a higher base strength than the leaks do at level 30. Additionally, the leaks don't synergize with the tails at all, and the tails are really what you're looking for. Meanwhile, one of the only two tail dishes we have has oil in it. So having the double oil, I think, is a bit nicer, but realistically, I don't think you're intended to be running the Ditto all week long unless you have like a phenomenal one that really can produce this, because even if you have some absolutely cracked sub-skills on the Ditto, it's like not gonna be making, like, it's only making 18 tails a day, even if I give it an ingredient finding up nature with, even if I give it quiet nature, it goes up to 21. You're still not consistently making either of these meals. So I don't think you're really intended to run the Ditto during the week for consistent meal production. So then what is the Ditto for? Why would you ever need tails? Well, I think the biggest usage for the Ditto is running it in a preparation week. If you want to make those tail meals during the next week, then you can run the Ditto alongside Slowbro, Slowpoke. In fact, you can even run it with a full water-based team. If you have Suicune, Slowpoke, Slowbro, Vaporeon, and the Ditto, if they all have tails, then that can be just a great way to stockpile on Slowpoke tails so that you can have a really strong week making these Slowpoke tail meals. So it's got an interesting job. I wouldn't ever recommend running it when you are like looking to get power out of it, like power during that week. But now Ditto's very interesting in that it is the only Pokemon in the entire game that currently has more than 4 sleep styles, and it is the only Pokemon that can spawn as a 4-star sleep style when there's another 4-star sleep style on the field, because it's got a couple 4-star sleep styles that are not atop belly sleep. So it's got its rock formed, it's got the as is, but then at each island, it's got its own respective 4-star sleep for that island. So it can be kind of fun to, I guess, hunt the Ditto and get that 4-star style that's at every island, because it's everywhere. Also, its Pikachu sleep only for some reason is at, or it's only at the islands that Pikachu exists at. But so if you want the Pikachu sleep, don't go to Topper Snowdrop. But as you can see, I've got a lot of the Ditto styles. I'm only missing the Dragonite and the Glaceon and the Squirtle, but it's interesting because it can kind of be an achievement if one day if you get all the Ditto sleeps. I'll be interested to see if they add one with the Old Gold Power Plant, if they add another style for Old Gold specifically, because otherwise it's going to be the first island that doesn't have a correlated Ditto sleep style. But yeah, now that's pretty much all there is to be said about the Ditto. It's a pretty interesting Pokemon overall, and yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something.